Don't own the rights to this song, y'all. But I love it because, baby, you're a star. Whoa, you might not know it now. And I don't want to stop till I reach the top. Alexa, stop. All right, hey y'all, hey, it's Tracy time. It's time for another moment with me, Tracy T. I want you to know that I am here because there is an absolute need. First, let me say hello, how you are, as I like to say, and welcome. I'm considering this a special edition of Tracy Time because it's time for me to be with you. It's time for us to spend some time together. I am excited to have the opportunity to come to you today, and we're going to share. So if there's engagement, if you have questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. I want to get through this content and share this with you because I think this is very important information. And I am interested in knowing from your perspective afterwards to give me feedback on how I can make this even better and even more informative for you for another mini masterclass. What we're going to focus on today is from my book. But before we get started, please allow me to introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, I don't want you to be in a position where you are thinking like, who is this lady? My name is Tracy T. Rowe. I am a certified master coach. I'm looking at my camera and looking to make sure I get everything just exactly right. So my name is Tracy T. Rowe. I'm a certified master coach, have more than 20 years of experience as a certified master coach, y'all. But now what I want to tell you is that I'm not just a certified coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author. I'm a certified change practitioner, and I have more than 20 years just at one company that's a Fortune 50 company, let alone all the other years worth of experience. I have had specialized focus on talent development. Yes, I'll say it again, on talent development. Now, why is that important? That's important because I want you to be in a position where you can identify that you're going to trust the things that I say and the time that you're spending with me as valuable, because I don't want to waste your time. And I don't want actually, honestly, to use time that we all could be doing something else, but this is going to be a wise investment of your time. So I'm glad that you took time to be here with us. Now, I'm going to go ahead and record so that if we have any questions or anything further, I'll be able to have this for future well-keeping. So I'm going to do a quick start over. I hope that you're doing great. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Tracy time. It's time for another moment with me, Tracy T. We are here today to do a mini masterclass for my book, 5 tips that you can take to get the job from books to the bank. Today, we're going to focus on one of those 5, and there are 5 E's, y'all. 5 E's. And in that, we're going to talk about stars. Baby, you're a star. You're a star. So remember that. But first, I want you to know who I am. My name is Tracy T. Rowe. I am a certified master coach. I've had more than 20 years of experience. I am absolutely delighted to be here to come and share this knowledge with you and to give you inspiration. This is a mission for me. I have a fantastic mission, and I want to make you a part of it because I want you to have the tools that you need so that you can move further along. And if you're at the beginning of your career, so that you'll have the right steps and tools to put in your toolbox for you to use. All right, so now what I want to do is just go over real quick. This is how this is going to run, so there won't be any questions or confusion. I'm going to share the information with you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. We're just going to move right along through the masterclass, and I promise you that if you have any questions in the end, I want to give you time to have those asked. But for now, just sit back, relax, and take this in. And here's an opportunity before we dive too deep into this to go ahead and get that book. Know that I am here for you. And if you have access and information to the internet, then you have access to me, okay? My book, From Books to the Bank, is available now, and I have extended just for you, just for tonight. After midnight tonight, the extension of the Cyber Monday deal will be gone. It will be gone. So take advantage of that reduced price, and it's priceless information, but go ahead and take advantage of the reduced price tonight and get your book at tracytrowe.com/shop, SHOP. So now we're going to focus on the Enlightenment section that is in the book, From Books to the Bank. But before we go any further, I want you to tell me, just give me a moment in the chat and tell me, what are your ideas about when you think, what is From Books to the Bank? What do I need? Why is that important? What is that? Well, I can tell you, From Books to the Bank is literally going to give you the steps. It's literally, here's what you do. Here's how you do it. And if you have never had an opportunity, I had someone ask me earlier this week who had access to the book, what makes your book any different than the other books I have? Well, I can't tell you that, but I can tell you what makes my book special. What makes my book informative is that it's not going to beat you over the head with a bunch of information. It's going to give it to you straight with no chaser. Here's what you need to do. And my approach to the book was very conversational in the way that you and I are talking now. So what I want for you is to have the knowledge. I don't want this to be a class where you're literally having to feel like you're about to cram for an exam. That's not what this is. This is stuff that I want you to take in and put it in your head. So of those 5 E's that we have in the book, From Books to the Bank, we're going to focus today on the one E, which makes you a star, and that's enlightenment. Now, the STAR method is literally, just like it says, it's STAR, S-T-A-R. The STAR method is a tool that people use to give them concise answers when people are asking them behavioral questions, or if you're not really certain how to respond. If you put the STAR method as one of your tools in your tool book or in your tool belt, you'll be able to use and rely on the STAR method to know exactly what you need to do. Anytime you're asked a question, whether it's behavioral or comprehensive or situational, you'll be in a position where you'll say, okay, I've got this, because the other part of the book is building stories. We're not going to talk about stories today, but I gave that as a tip earlier this week. And I've alluded to stories before. So if you're following me on Instagram, on YouTube, or on Facebook on this page, on my business page, Tracy T. Rowe and Co., you know I've talked about stories and how to build them. I give coaching sessions every Tuesday and Thursday, so make sure that you tune in. And the coaching session that I provided earlier this week was about stories. So how do you get to the STAR method? Well, we're going to dissect the STAR method. The STAR method is simple. It starts with the S. The S stands for situation. In the situation, you want to think about, what are some of the things that you talked about? What is it that made me special? You want to kind of set the stage. You know, when you're talking to your friend and you're telling them a story about something that you've done, something that made it be exciting, you want to pull them in, right? You want to pique their curiosity so they can start going like, tell me more. And what happened? That is what you want to have with the S. You want to tell them about the situation. You don't want to spend a lot of time though. So be careful when you're talking at the beginning of this, that you don't want to spend a lot of time answering the question, focus on the situation. Most people that are in a position where they're interviewing you are going to be focused primarily on the results that you got from the task and the action that was in the situation. Got it? So you want to make sure that you're shaping and molding, setting the scene and setting the stage for the story that you're about to tell them, that you're going to give them specific information, but you're going to make sure that it's done in a concise way, and you don't want to spend a lot of time on it. Got it? That's the STAR method. The next thing that happens in the S, so we got the S and now we're moving to the T. The T, what did you do? What are the tasks? You have to create a plan. Everybody creates a plan. I don't care if it's just you going to the grocery store. You create a plan of action. What did you do with your task? As it says, you want to describe exactly what happened. Shore this up. You've said, okay, now I went to the grocery store, or I was planning to go to the grocery store, and then I made a list, or you had a specific goal in mind that you wanted to accomplish. And please, please make sure that you have this done and in your head and even written down, so that you give yourself some tips and some talking points before you start talking and having the interview. The last thing you want to do, and this is an extra bonus, is be in a position where you're like this. I'm glad you asked. That's a good question. Wrong. What you want to do is be able to hit it, that you have your stories already developed, because you know what those behavioral questions are. I've given you guys some examples of behavioral questions in my book, and I want you to be in a position where you can say the task is this, but you don't actually say that out loud. Now, I have conducted a couple of different mock interviews in my time, and I heard people literally say, so the situation was this, and then the task was this. No, you don't say those things aloud, okay? So be very clear and specific that you know when you're talking about the task that is literally you building onto the STAR. You got the situation and now you're going to share the task so that you understand that you don't want to spend a lot of time on this, right? Don't spend a lot of time on the situation. Don't spend a lot of time on the task. Why? Right, because you want to focus on the results. You want to focus on what actions you took and then what the results are, which takes us to the next letter. The A is action, S, T, and A. The action. What did you do? Tell me what you did. What made what you did so special? How did you involve yourself with other teams? Did you reach out to people? Were you in a position where you literally had to go where no man had gone before? What did you do that made what your upcoming part, which is your results, so outstanding? What effort did you put? What effort did you show to make people know that you were the one to get the job? Now, let me say something very clear here. You see one of these bullets is very clear. Stand alone. What does that mean? There's no I in team. People love to say that, right? Except that when you're interviewing for a job, they're not hiring your team. They're hiring you. Singular you, just you. Yes, you. So you want to be able to take credit for and take ownership of the effort and energy and outcomes that you did. Don't say, well, we were a team and my team and we and us, and forget about that. Not in an interview capacity. It is wonderful and gracious to be humble and know that you're part of a team. It's important to be a part of a team. But in this very instance, you want to be in an interview capacity where you're identifying the task that you have for yourself. So stand alone and identify the things that made you exceptional and made what you had to share special. And then, yes, dig into the details. This is when you want to give numbers. You want to qualify. You want to say, I had this number and I did this, and then I was able to do that. This is where you really get the meat on the bones, right? If you're creating yourself a story, remember we spent a very little amount of time at the beginning with the situation. You want to just set the stage, and then just much in the way that, you know, you have a roller coaster ride, right? You want to have you get on, you're excited, you know, you see ahead, you can anticipate that it's going to be a great experience. And then you slowly start to make your ascension. And then when you get to the peak right here, that's it. That's what this action is. It's like, what's happening now? And then, oh my gosh, when you come down the roller coaster, you're like, oh, hold on, we're getting ready to come on in. You feel the wind blowing through your hair and the excitement. That's what the results are. The results are the end of it. You're going to bring this home and finish so strong so that you can literally have them pulled in, have them fully engaged. You want to spend just about the equal amount of time as you did on the actions with the results, but you're going to give them quantifiable numbers. If there's, I say it's 45% of revenue, or I was able to reduce or eliminate costs by 10%. I saved whatever the company was. And here's one of the things I want to tell you while we're talking about experience and using the STAR method. The STAR method is applicable whether it is from experience you had from a previous employment or from any kind of volunteer activity, for things that you did in school with philanthropic organizations or any kind of charitable organizations. All of the work that you've done qualifies that you can apply the STAR method to it. I give some examples in the book about how people weren't sure that they had an experience. And you literally, the fact that you're even here shows me that you've had some experience. So use it and apply the STAR method to it. So you want to just bring it on home, bring them in and make sure that you focus on giving them not 1, but 2 to 3 actual results that you caused, that it was you singularly that did it. Does that make sense? Because I want to make sure that when I give you this information that it's making sense and that you understand the STAR method is literally the opportunity to create and shape all of the content in a way that makes it make sense. And I can guarantee you 99% of the people that are interviewing you, that are looking for you, if you've already gotten an opportunity to sit down with someone, that means you've met the qualifications, right? That means you meet their prerequisites. So what happens now is that they are interviewing you, but you're interviewing them too, but except that you're not taking notes and they are. You will oftentimes find that in a panel interview where there's either 2 or 3 other interviewers, you are in a position where they probably already created a grid that is in the STAR method. So oftentimes now that's what people use because it's an easy way for you to create numbers and they just assess your number based on your response. So now, does that make sense? STAR, S is situation. Come on, I hear you. Right, T is for task, A is for action, and R is for results. And baby, you're a star. So now, I believe in having you fully equipped. One of the things that I offer that, like this class, is also free, is a free self-assessment. Now, what is that for? Why would I give you that? What are you supposed to do with it? Well, the free self-assessment is just this. It's a free assessment tool for you to go to my page, and you'll have a pop-up button will come up and ask you if you'd like the free assessment. You say yes, put your information in, you get it immediately. Print this, and I want you to do a free write. Now, who knows what a free write is? I say this to my clients, and oftentimes they don't know what, like, well, Tracy, what are you talking about? Well, a free write is just this, where you're having a stream of conscious and you're writing, okay? Free write about the things that you've done. Make an assessment of where you've been and what you've done and the things that you've worked on, whether it be in high school for the high school students that are about to graduate, things that you did in college for college students, things that you did in church for, again, people who have worked that are full adults. I mean, this is not limited information that is only applicable to young adults. I'm focused on young adults because I want them to be in a position as they start. But if you're in the age group I'm in, this is still applicable. If you've been in a position where, let's say you worked at home or you stayed at home and you were a stay-at-home parent and now you are ready to re-enter the workforce, you have got to make an assessment. And believe me, the things that you did when you were working from home as a stay-at-home parent apply, and the STAR method is applicable. This self-assessment tool will be a great first way and a great first step for you to learn and see, because oftentimes we don't know what we've done. We don't literally walk around making lists, you know, like, okay, yeah, today I did this. You don't do that. And so oftentimes if you don't write it down, you don't remember, right? which is why you take notes. So I want you to make sure that you get a resource that was the self-assessment resource, and now have the tools that you need. The tools that you need, literally, if you were going in to do a job, you have to have the right equipment. You wouldn't take a toothbrush if you were getting ready to go clean the sink. I hope not. Don't do that, okay? This book, the 5 steps to get a job, from books to the bank, is really just filled with priceless information, and it is at a low price. And I want you to be in a position where you have access to it. So it is currently available on my site. It is at tracytrowe.com/shop. It is available, and I want you to take that information and use it as a resource and a tool for you to be in a position where you know how to answer questions, where you know how to apply just not only the STAR method, but creating stories, and then learning how to take the other steps in those 5 E's. So the book, again, is available at tracytrowe.com/shop. Y'all got any questions, any input, any comments? All right, we're gonna keep moving. Now, how do you get in touch with me? Well, I'm one of the easiest people you can reach, because you can get in touch with me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live at lunch at Tracy T. Rowe. I'm so programmed to say my web address. You can go to my page and it'll tell you to come to my Facebook business page, which is www.facebook.com. And then that's /Tracy Rowe and T. Rowe and Co. But now here's what I love. If you go to my website, tracytrowe.com right now, don't go right now. Don't go right now. I want you to stay with me, okay? Don't go right now. Go after, so you can get that self-assessment book, and so you can get my my book, because it's really for you. But what I love is that you get a chance to have that pop up, and then you'll be able to stay connected with me by providing your email address. If there are any other developments that come, I'm going to make sure I let you know about them, and any other free masterclasses that come. So tracytrowe.com is absolutely one of the best resources, because there's a one-stop shop for everything that's happening for Tracy T. Rowe. And let me say this while we're here together. I do accept one-on-one coaching classes, coaching sessions with clients. I have clients now that I coach one-on-one as a life coach. It is not only limited to career development and talent. I have, because of the capacity that I have, and with the holidays coming, I have 5 slots left available to do personal one-on-one coaching. So 5 slots left between now and February to do personal coaching one-on-one. You can book that at my site at www.tracytrowe.com. But I wanted to put that out there because so oftentimes we'll have sessions and people ask for one-on-one time, for one-on-one Tracy time, and usually it's not available. I have 5 sessions, and I just want to position myself so that I can be the best support possible and still have the capacity to do the other things that I have been called to do. So Facebook, Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Tracy T. Rowe. And I have a YouTube channel where the things that I post are also available with coaching moments and the features. On Mondays, we focus on motivation. On Wednesday, we focus on your wellness. On Friday, it's always Black Friday at Tracy T. Rowe. We have an abundance of Black businesses that we want to showcase and support, including this one. So support me by going to get my book. Hello, somebody. Hello. And Tuesday, Thursday, and then on Saturday and Sunday, I post on IG and on this page so that you can get the information that you need and be encouraged, inspired, and empowered. So that's it. Do you have any questions? Y'all got any comments, any concerns? I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I want you to be in a position where you, first off, know that you matter. You are a star. And I want you to absolutely make sure that you do your level best to make what? Yes, every day amazing. And above all else, live like it's a gift, because it truly is. I look forward to connecting with you again, and you can follow me, like my page, share it on Instagram, and absolutely subscribe to my YouTube channel. You have no reason to disconnect from me, okay? Get connected. Come on, be a part of the T. Rowe crew. You know what to do. Go make it happen. Like, get up. Go get the book. TracyTrowe.com. All right, that's it. That's all. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and stay connected and please live like a gift because it truly, truly is. All righty, that's it. Bye-bye.